Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Latin Empire, yet again. So, you might notice that the date of this episode and the last episode don't quite match. And the reason for this is pretty simple. I've tried recording twice, and I haven't noticed each time, but I think there's a bit of a bug with my OBS where it's sort of jumping. Not exactly sure why, but it's jumping around in terms of time, which meant that I effectively kept losing bits of footage as it would bug out and it would stop recording, yet it would technically be recording. I've been able to catch on to it quite quickly, but I've basically failed to discuss a thing that I'm going to go over yet again, and it's still jumping in terms of seconds for me, which is slightly concerning. So I might have to look into this later, but as of the moment it seems to be alright again. So what I intend to do is, eventually, when I can, with Lithuania and Poland, convert them. And I will only do one at a time, and I think I would prefer to do Lithuania first. And the reasoning for this is, if I do that, Lithuania, who is now the same religion as me, would be rather comfortable with me. And therefore, if Poland decided they would rebel during this period, Poland would quite suitably be put into place by me and Lithuania from both sides. As far as I'm aware, nothing else of real interest has occurred. So, there's that. And I do need to get textile manufactories, which is perfectly alright, really. Though I will be going into Treviso as of soon. Now, I would prefer to get Friuli in Treviso, but Verona itself is also my religion, so those two provinces here, and if I can get Treviso, that's a bonus, I would say. Friuli and Verona are the main targets. Treviso, which is their capital, is the large bonus. Now, these are very well developed provinces, so I doubt it can take more than two, even if I have a claim on all of them. But this will push me pretty close to being able to link up my Italian lands, and it's very rich land, so when it is eventually cored and whatnot, it will be of extreme value to me. Now, as of the moment, the areas that I'll probably be turning into states soon enough all happen to be in Italy. And these three here are actually all a state, which is quite well, there's also, well, Venice, I'm just going to call it that, not try and pronounce the name it currently as. And there's also, the fact is, when all of these are taken, I will likely be having a very, very prominent increase in strength, in particular in trade. Now, central Italy is currently a non-core of mine, which is it's alright, I'll say. So, if they are still only allied to Verden in Ferrara, so that is quite beneficial. By the time I have the claims I want, I should have sufficient manpower to do what I want. They are currently not at war with anyone, and if I do manage to get these three provinces from them, and core all of them for the matter, I do think I'd have a very big advantage in terms of the ability to take on the ability to really... I'm trying to think a bit here, because I'd say I'll be able to fortify myself up here and so on and so on. For the matter, am I still allied to Sweden? I can see everything you have. What is my current trust with you? Pretty nice. I've actually forgotten my own alliances, which I find mildly... Yeah, it's just Sweden, because these two eat my alliances otherwise. So, Sweden sort of wants, you know, all of this. Once I have enough trust with him, I think it'll mean that he'll stop wanting Poland and Lithuania's land. But I am more than happy to help him deal with Ukraine, which I was doing quite nicely last war. In which I was just, you know, attempting to pummel Ukraine, quite severely as well, I might add. Now, what I want to happen over here is Dongola and whatnot really goes into a large war with you. What just happened with you? I saw your name placement change. Did he threaten a province from Ethiopia? Or something? Any uncalled provinces? No? No uncalled provinces? Ethiopia has calls on all of that. Odd. So, anyway, with the current situation, I do have an extra diplomatic relation that I can't really handle. It is with Bulgaria, and it sort of doesn't really matter too much. Now, the conquest of Jerusalem is not going to happen. It will not happen for a time anyway. But I will make sure it eventually does happen. Industrial era, Admin Tech 77, that is quite a distance away. And it would decrease development, but it would up a lot of other stuff, and so on and so on. It does give quite a significant changer. Now, East Indian, very, very unlikely to ever happen, unless I was to establish random areas of prominence around the place. And for the matter, with my next campaign, I'm almost certain now it will be in India, and it will be a vanilla campaign. I will have my graphical mods. And after that, what I'm thinking of doing is a custom nation campaign, starting in Asia. Well, I'm already starting Asia with India, but what it'll be is Tokachi. That province there will be home to a nation that will likely be called the Silver Empire, in which I will probably be, trying to take over Japan and then more. Again, I'll be going for several achievements, and it'll be below 50 points. So it'll be quite a challenging run, but hopefully, since I won't be starting as a Siberian clan council, I can already say that, I should have my institution from the start, and hopefully I'll be able to do better than they would. Or rather better than the Ainu. And I should be able to actually deal the Ainu, since I do intend to start with a rather good leader who would give me, a massive bonus to the starting points, which would enable things like development. Now, royal ties are good. Let's improve relations with you. So, just a bit more information to be devised on it. What I would intend to do in that is take over Ainu and then try to start militarizing the small island into say a 15, I would say about 20 development per province, 60 development, and then try to target Japan when they're weak, or maybe go into Yerin, because I would not mind getting Manchuria and Korea under my control, and really to see where I go with it. There's a lot of possibilities. Now, the India one on the other hand, I have put some thought into it, and I might try and start as I'm thinking of starting, possibly as Baluchistan. Now, they're not quite in India, but they are in India overall, because you do get claims on it, I believe, when you are, you do get a good noticeable set of claims on Baluchistan area. And I would say Baluchistan would be rather challenging, but again, not positive. And if I were to do Baluchistan, it would be to, take over the area that I'm thinking about would be this north area here, and you would form the Mughals, which would then take over the rest of India. So it would have quite a few interesting implications if I were to do that. But for now, those are relatively irrelevant, because I am, the Latin Empire. And this isn't showing any signs of not being done. Now, I'm going to move one army up to get it in position. Who wants the higher... Oh boy. Oh look, they're fighting. Yeah, fuck you, Azerbaijan. So this is the second Egyptian conquest of Tripoli against Andalusia. And that means Dongola and other stuff is all yeah, this is going to be a storm. Nope, it's actually going to be pretty bad because Andalusia by itself is very weak. And, you know, Dongola is going up against all of that. I think you could deal with Rum and Azerbaijan, but not Egypt as well. Then again, it is interesting to see what occurs. So, I'll be keeping my eyes over there, because it could definitely be advantageous, actually, to do that, instead of going into this area. And for the matter, have I got my claims still? Yes, I have. I will build a spy network, and I will actually get quite ready for a potential war over there. Let's take the trade ship out. Oh. Well, it is an early frigate, but nah, not worth it. Now, okay, so what sort of things can I think about here? Well, if I were to attack them now, it would likely prevent their expansion over here, and if I dedicate... I should be at my peak just as their war is ending. That would be... Okay, let's start redeploying. Slowly I can do this. Soldati infantry. And I might be at the next tech level as well, and it will give me slightly more time to gather admin. There'll be less resistance in theory, and so on and so on. So actually, this is quite an advantage. And for the matter, if I could, I would definitely want to focus a bit more on certain traits over there. That'll be done in 2 years. So their war, I doubt, imagine is going to last longer than that. Much longer, for the matter. And I want to grab these provinces here on their area there. Have I got a advisor spot? No, I have not. That is alright. For the matter, if they suffer severely against the Andalusians, who are actually sieging down their fort and whatnot down here, though with an army that I think is well below large enough, I should upgrade Rome and there. I have a massive income right now, so I'm alright with that. Any places that need improved trade, have that. Is there anything related to, like, other things? Plantations, I can have one of these up here. Not very effective, but it does increase trade value, so could work a bit there. Could work a bit. So, admin tech up, here it is. That is a ahead of time thing. Forced march and such. So that other boat is going to be out here in February next year, so it's about a year and a half away. Probably less. And yeah, they're sort of doing a good job up there. Once they've gotten... Yeah, they've got a much bigger army there now. I think they're actually going to push Egypt back. And to be honest, if Egypt gets their shit punched in, and Andalusia gains land back, that's good for me. There's a decent chance that Rum will get there's a very decent chance that their alliances will be denied and whatnot, and then guess what? I can attack each of them individually and take massive advantage about it. And considering... Ow, that should not have happened, but that's me being an idiot as always. But considering what will happen, I should be able to take out a massive chunk of their country. And if I was able to do that, I think that would put them on the... it would permanently weaken them to the point where they start getting damaged by, say, Ethiopia from the south. Because Ethiopia, I imagine, definitely wants its land back. So let's get this last trade idea. Caravan power and an extra merchant. Pretty much good. So where do I want this extra merchant? Because I haven't got much I haven't got much power in some places. I could transfer the power upstream to Venice, because I have more power in Venice. Actually, that's very... I'll collect in Venice since I'm slightly closer, and I do have slightly... well, this is really conflicting. Transfer it to Venice, it's an end node. So that's using all my merchants. I could probably do more if I did stuff over here, but I haven't got any influence there. So this looks like it's shaping up to be absolutely alright. And, well, is there anything else I can think about? I have 7% power there, and I'm still earning more than I would in Ragusa. Oh, trade efficiency. Yeah, I'll have that. Oh. Sure, have it. I don't know how you can do that, but alright. Oh, that's not nice, is it? Have I fabricated... yeah, I need to fabricate my claims still. So, Friuli is the first, since it borders us directly. Ooh, look at that. Andalusia has a strong navy, if anything. They still haven't got this fort. Yeah, they've got assaulted at some point. And they got pushed right on back. And Dongola is not having a good time, considering it's getting its shit pushed in by all of that. But it is slowly going to wear them down. And to be honest, if I could have this war, I would definitely take it right now, because I'm going to be quite advantageously in terms of manpower. The Gurids are definitely a strong one there. Ethiopia could definitely come in as well. France has no manpower. What are they doing? Egypt has about as much manpower as me, but they're going down. Azerbaijan has none, and is going to start to deplete. Okay, where is... if I could find it, it would be very nice. They're all the way down here. Rum, I need to find them. They have 11,000, some mercs. They're at 22,000 troops. So, Egypt, who's allied to all of them. They're basically an alliance hug box. And it's not going to go anytime soon, is it? Ah, nice. Good job, Sweden. I like you. They can't call him into the war, sadly. I would be able to do it with Ukraine and Azerbaijan, but that's not happening. King Christian I, Severka. There is the possibility I could get ahead in time and get better cannons, extra combat weight and artillery stuff, all of them. I could also get an idea. To be honest, I might actually just go straight for the tech. Yeah, fuck you, France. I don't care about you anyway. So, it's next... yeah, because they can do anything. How's Norway doing up here? Yep, he's still perfectly alright. He really is doing alright. I'm proud of you, Norway. He's the right religion as well. And then there's Iceland, aka disappointment. So, anyway, it looks like Dongola's having issues, but Andalusia is having bigger ones. Or was. They brought another army over, but I don't think it's going to go too well. Wait, they're down here. Ethiopia could really get an advantage right now if they attack. If I were to attack right this second, what would happen? That is my question. Really, Bulgaria, you've betrayed us. You absolute disappointment. Let's pull you back from up here. I think they're quite happy. So, it looks like Egypt isn't, you know, getting off scot-free, but Dongola is going to get out of there soon. He has an average claim air. That could be used to our advantage. But he's above average. Ugh. So if I were to declare war at this very second, Azerbaijan would not join, Rum would join. This would break the alliance between Azerbaijan and Egypt, and that would actually be quite manageable in my opinion. So I am going to take full-on advantage of that fact, and I will probably do it this very second with my fleet. Get over there. Right this second. Because I cannot tell you how much of an advantage it would be without having to deal with about Azerbaijan. Only Rum and Egypt. It would likely lessen losses on their enemies as well, which would make it even better. Again, that's next episode though, and it's definitely what I'm doing. No going back on it. I will crush them. And I could get the improved manoeuvre, just to like cap it off, but getting the next tech faster would be more beneficial I think in the long run. Either way, thank you for watching and I shall see you next time. Bye for now, and well, get ready for war next time. Bye.